forested area. In the spring, motorhomes and SUVs pulling campers plied the road on their way to experience some of the last wilderness left in the Midwest. Today, the road was practically empty. "Fill me in on what we know," Bree said. "Donovan Riley reported Emily and Timmy missing 3 hours ago. They were on some outdoor nature thing with their school," Naomi said. Bree knew Donovan O'Reilly. He owned the local Ace hardware store. His wife had left him and the kids nearly 2 years ago, and now his eyes had a haunted look, as though he wondered what fate would hand him next. Bree often stopped by Ace to pick up supplies for the ongoing renovation of her lighthouse home, and a friendship of sorts had developed between them. "One of the students said she heard Emily talk about seeing a raccoon," Naomi continued, "so that might be what caused the kids to wander off. It's not much to go on, but they've started searching." She chewed on her lip. "You remember, Timmy has diabetes. I wonder when his shot is due." "I was thinking about that." Bree imagined Donovan was out of his mind with worry. "Donovan asked me out last week. Did I tell you that?" she asked. She'd been tempted to tell him yes. Her lighthouse echoed with silence, but she had realized it wasn't fair to use someone like Donovan to ward off her loneliness. "I said no, of course." Naomi didn't reply, and Bree looked at her curiously. "What? You don't like him? Didn't he used to be your brother's best friend? You probably know him and the kids pretty well." A flush moved to Naomi's cheeks, and she looked out the window. "That was a long time ago. I only see him at the hardware store now, and I like him fine. Why did you say no?" "I'm not ready. Maybe I never will be." Bree tapped the steering wheel with impatient fingers, wishing the Jeep could go faster over the bumpy, rutted road. Instead, she slowed and turned onto the access road that would take her back to the campground parking lot. As she pulled in, Bree saw people fanning out in a search grid. There was an assortment of searchers, ranging from teenagers like Tommy Limpinen to professional types like Inetta Harris, who was still dressed in her business suit. When one of their own was threatened, Rock Harbor residents pulled together. Bree and Naomi got out, attached leashes to the dogs, and shrugged their arms into their Ready Kit backpacks, fully outfitted with first aid kit, small plastic tarp, energy bars, flashlight, flares, bug repellent, towelettes, compass, Swiss pocket knife, radio, topographic map of the area, canteen, sunglasses, sunscreen, and every other item one was likely to need on a search. A young woman in a brown National Park Service uniform was Bree's first target. "We're the Kichigami K-9 Search and Rescue Team," Bree told her, though that much was printed on the bright orange vest that both the women and the dogs wore. "I'm Bree Nichols. Who's in charge?" The young woman pointed toward a group of people nearly hidden by a stand of sycamore. "The lead ranger's over there." Bree looked and recognized Donovan's ink-dark hair among them. Bree and Naomi headed toward the group. Donovan saw Bree and broke away. Pain contorted his handsome features. With his black hair and dark blue eyes, Bree had always thought he looked a bit like Pierce Brosnan, though today he was too upset and pale to carry off the James Bond sang-froid. "Please, you've got to find the kids." His hands trembled as he thrust 2 small jackets toward her. "They don't even have their jackets on, and it's supposed to get to near freezing tonight." The torment in his eyes spoke of his fear of loss more clearly than his words. "Timmy's shot is overdue now." His voice quavered, and Bree put a comforting hand on his arm. She knew the anxiety he felt. "We'll find them, Donovan. The dogs are well trained, and Samson has a special radar for children." His head snapped up as if mounted on a spring. A dawning hope filled his face. "I'll come with you." How well Bree remembered that overwhelming desire to help. The waiting was the hard part. When her husband's plane went down, taking their son and all her hopes for their future with it, she had felt a crushing need to do something. In her case, there had been nothing to do but try to move on. With any luck, Donovan probably would not be in that situation. She shook her head as she took the jackets from his hand. "You have to stay close to base, Donovan. The kids will be scared when we find them, and you'll need to be in a position to get to them quickly when they're found. Try to stay calm. We still have several hours before sunset. We'll find them." Donovan nodded.